In the North American wilderness, where life unfolds in prolonged silence, grizzly bears don't hunt hastily. They observe, wait, and strike at the right moment. From dense forests and mountain slopes to cold rivers, each encounter begins slowly, but one wrong move, and everything changes in seconds. When the time comes, strength and instinct combine, creating decisive attacks where there is no second chance. Grizzly bears live in forests, mountains, and grasslands in North America, especially Alaska and Western Canada. They often live near rivers and streams because these areas provide abundant food sources, such as fish, berries, and small animals. Grizzly bears need ample space to forage and survive. In winter, they take refuge in dens and hibernate to conserve energy during cold weather and food scarcity. Grizzly bears possess strong survival instincts and excellent adaptability to their natural environment. They use their highly sensitive sense of smell to locate food from a distance. While generally avoiding humans, they can become aggressive when protecting their young or food sources. Grizzly bears are also excellent swimmers and runners. Thanks to their strength, intelligence, and high adaptability, they are one of the most remarkable animals in nature. In a vast valley in Alaska, where coniferous forests, grasslands, and salmon-rich rivers meet, grizzly bears choose to live there because of ample shelter, food sources, and space. Their territory can span hundreds of square kilometers and changes seasonally. When food sources dwindle, they will leave to find a more suitable area. In the heart of a resource-rich foraging area, two giant grizzly bears unexpectedly encounter each other. Neither backs down. They maintain a short distance, observing, growling, and displaying their strength to warn their opponent. As tension builds and they get close enough, both suddenly lunge at each other to assert dominance. The advantage quickly shifts to one side as one maintains better balance, continuously closing in and forcing its opponent back with its body weight. The other gradually loses its rhythm, loses its position, and is forced to retreat, eventually leaving the area and yielding territory to the stronger individual. In nature, the one who holds the upper hand stays. On the high slopes of the Rocky Mountains in Alaska, North American mountain goats live at altitudes of 1,500 to 4,000 meters, where cliffs are almost vertical. The weather is cold, and snow covers the land for extended periods. This environment is almost devoid of large trees, consisting only of grass, moss, and lichen. And it is this rugged terrain that helps them keep their distance from predators. Between the treacherous cliffs, the grisly figure emerges from the rocky slope, observing the goat's path and using the terrain to close the gap. It then suddenly accelerates as the goat changes direction, forcing the creature to climb a narrow ledge to regain its balance. On the tight cliff face, the outcome is quickly clear. The goat climbs to a higher position, beyond the bear's reach, forcing the grisly figure to stop and retreat, searching for another opportunity. On steep terrain, the advantage always lies with the one who maintains their balance. In the coniferous forests and open valleys of North America, particularly in Alaska and Yellowstone, gray wolves live in packs and are well adapted to the cold climate. They move nimbly between forests, grasslands, and snowy areas, where there is plenty of prey and space to coordinate hunts, giving them a distinct advantage in approaching and putting pressure on their opponents. As the grizzly bear grazed in the frigid wilderness, wolves appeared from multiple directions vying for the food, maintaining distance and circling around it. When one individual approached within a few steps, the bear would immediately turn, stand up, and charge, forcing the pack to scatter. The balance gradually broke as the wolves realized they couldn't get close enough to gain an advantage, while the bear maintained its hold on the food. Eventually, they retreated, and the bear's overwhelming power disrupted the pack's strategy. On the vast grasslands of North America, particularly in Yellowstone, bison live in herds in open, sparsely vegetated environments that are easy to observe. Winters are cold and snowy. Summers are hot and dry. They can use their heads and horns to dig through the snow to find grass, and they always maintain a safe distance from danger. On the edge of the valley, a grizzly bear approaches slowly, keeping the wind at its side and observing the movements of the herd. It doesn't target the center group, but waits for a young individual to subtly break away from the formation, then suddenly accelerates, closing the distance while the rest scatter. On the open grassland, the situation changes as the young bison struggles, forcing the bear to adjust its course before closing in again. After a few maneuvers, the bear gains the advantage. On the open grassland, the one controlling the distance will decide the outcome. On the edges of temperate forests in North America, deer often live near the transitional zone between forest and grassland, where they find both food and shelter. They venture out into the clearings in the early morning or late afternoon to forage, and this habit makes them easily spotted when separated from the herd. While foraging for food along the stream, the grizzly bear spotted a herd of deer by the water's edge and stopped to observe. It patiently watched as the deer moved toward the edge of the forest to graze, maintaining distance and taking advantage of the wind, then suddenly accelerated when a young deer separated from the group. The situation changed instantly when the deer panicked, stumbled while changing direction, and before it could get back on its feet, the bear immediately closed in and took control of its target, ending the chase at the edge of the forest. Even a small misstep can decide the outcome. In the frigid rivers of Alaska and Canada, salmon are born and thrive in clean, oxygen-rich water with low temperatures year-round. During migration, they swim upstream in large schools to return to their spawning grounds, creating dense currents in the middle of the river, where the struggle for survival becomes even more intense. Along the strong current, a grizzly bear positions itself strategically, watching the direction of the fish. It remains almost still, waiting for the right moment, then swings its claws down as a fish veers off course, nearly escaping the surface before being caught in an instant. The outcome is decided quickly when the fish doesn't have time to get back into the current and is trapped on the surface. The salmon becomes a plentiful, energy-rich food source that helps the bear maintain its strength. On this river, precise rhythm always trumps speed. In the frigid tundras of North America, particularly in Alaska and Canada, caribou live in large herds in open, treeless areas covered only with moss, lichen, and low grasses. They migrate constantly in search of food and often congregate near water sources during their travels. in the cold water, a grizzly bear spotted a herd of caribou gathered for a drink and immediately positioned itself low to observe. It moved along the water's edge, waiting for an individual to break away, then suddenly accelerated, lunging at its target at close range. In the shallow water, the bear dragged the caribou deeper, forcing it to lose its balance and turn to fight back. But the bear continuously pushed it further back. After a few tug-of-wars, the bear gained the upper hand, and the caribou became a food source to help it survive the harsh conditions in nature. Through every environment, from dense forests and cliffs to icy rivers, grizzly bears consistently demonstrate the same characteristic: patient observation, choosing the right moment, and decisive action. Each encounter is not just about strength, but a combination of instinct, experience, and the ability to control distance in those fleeting moments. In nature, the survivor is not the fastest or the strongest, but the one who makes the right decision at the right time.